First of all, kamusta naman po kayo? How's the morale at the lower house?
We're still in a fighting mood and a fighting stance because we have not given up on this crusade, if I may call it that, the crusade for accountability. So we're preparing for, hopefully, the Supreme Court would grant oral arguments, and more equally important is that for the Supreme Court to grant a status quo ante order. Considering that the Senate had already archived the articles of impeachment.
I'm guessing most of the prosecution panel members were caught off guard by the Supreme Court's decision. Tama po ba?
Tama po. We were actually surprised, frustrated, and dismayed by the decision.
Attorney,
Yes.
siyempre, yung nilabas niyong MR ay napaka-surgical, napaka-comprehensive at napaka-compelling. Pero
Yes.
the nature ng dismissal ng Supreme Court ay parang leaves others less hopeful and more pessimistic. No? Pero kung sakali na sabihin ng Supreme Court na hindi nila nire-recognize yung MR in spite na very compelling ito, ay anong mangyayari halimbawa sa prosecution? I-disband na yan? Halimbawa, kayo, you are the spokesperson of the prosecution. Mag-retire na ba kayo as spokesperson?
Depende ho kung ano yung kasunod na magiging hakbang ng prosecution panel. Pero to be practical about it, wala na humaging papel ang prosecution panel unless or until the articles of impeachment are refiled upon the expiration of the one-year bar period.
Di ba ang hirap, attorney, na para dun sa susunod na impeachment dahil ang dami idinagdag ng Supreme Court na requirements dun sa Article 11 at mismo sa rules nyo. So, yes, it is still possible to file, pero it's less probable dahil nga dun sa ginawa nilang, can I call it judicial legislation no? ng Supreme Court?
Calling a spade, yes. It's judicial legislation. It's not just an overreach. The Constitution was amended. It was rewritten. It was mangled.
Attorney, kung sakasakali mag-reverse ang Supreme Court kasi hindi naman, anything is possible, no? Kung sakasakali man yan, sa tingin nyo, may pag-asa ba sa Senate? Kasi ang takbo ng thinking, if we are going to go by the statements of the senators, talagang wala silang interest na mag-trial eh. At ang sinasabi nila, ang main argument nila actually is that it's not about accountability, it's more daw of a political move. Let's call a spade, it's a political move by your speaker, the Speaker of the House, against Vice President Sara Duterte dahil gusto daw niyang i-eliminate as a rival for 2028. Ano po yung tingin niyo sa ganung sentimiento, and does the prosecution feel burdened by this?
Number one, yes, we feel burdened by this. Pero let me be clear that the articles of impeachment was not a machination of the Speaker of the House. It is a legitimate, verified complaint by no less than 215 members of Congress, which is way past the threshold of 1/3, which is 102 more or less. Second, if the Supreme Court reverses itself and allows trial, there's another hurdle for us to contend with. What would this be? This is the archiving. Had they just deferred, had they just deferred on the motion that was sponsored by Senator Marcoleta, should the Supreme Court uphold or grant relief to the motion for reconsideration, all that the Senate has to do is to reconvene as an impeachment court, and the articles will be there. But with the current state, it's in archive. It will take another 2 steps to the decision imposed two more layers. There should now be a motion to revive the articles of impeachment, and they have to vote on that motion.
Yes.
And they now need, again, a majority vote. What does this say? What does this say? Instead of being a political action, political because this relates primarily to the injury done by a public official to society itself. It is to make the public official who has gone beyond the bounds of ethical and legal conduct be accountable. Ngayon, should the voting not garner the majority to revive the articles of impeachment, then there's another issue. Does that mean we have to go back again to the Supreme Court to order them to follow? So all these legal maneuverings, which was never a consideration in the Constitution, which plainly laid down the process of impeachment, made it as simple as possible, they've become so complicated now, in such a way that the reality is you can no longer, or it would be doubly difficult to impeach an accountable officer. Dadaan ka ho sa butas ng proverbial, butas ng karayom. Wala nang mai-impeach kasi dahil naging weaponize yung legal process instead of the political process of the impeachment proceedings. Every step of the way they will challenge it. Hindi na naman the impeachment process can hardly ever move forward, and they've seen that. We have seen that happen in the current proceedings. Every step of the way, they managed to subvert it. The Senate has managed to subvert and to defeat the people's right to accountability.
Attorney, very clear naman yung sinabi ng minority eh. Pwede ba nating i-defer yung voting until makapag-desisyon yung Supreme Court dun sa mga MR na nakafile? Very clear yun eh, di ba? Ang sabi naman nila, together with the Senate President, hindi, magbotohan na tayo to dismiss. Until tumayo si Senator Ping Lacson, ano i-dismiss natin? Eh, hindi pa naman tayo nagko-convene as the 20th Congress Impeachment Court, no? So, na-technical sila ron. Pero ang original plan nila is really to dismiss against the proposal of the minority to defer voting until the MR has been answered by the Supreme Court, di ba? Kaya talagang i-dismiss dapat nila. Ang problema, dahil nga mas marami sila na archive nila, which is another way of burying the impeachment, kulang lang yung lapida. Wala lang lapida na nakasulat kung sino yung inilibing, no? Kaya sabi nyo nga, 2-3 stages mas mahirap itong ginawa nila.
You hit it on the nail. You're right in your observation that they did not reconvene as an impeachment court when they voted on the archiving. It is the impeachment court that can archive this, not the Senate as a legislative body. Tama ho kayo doon. And you're right. They added a third layer. So I stand corrected. Not just 2 layers, but a third layer. Kasi that will pose another issue that might be again elevated in the Supreme Court.
You said until the articles of impeachment are filed again in February. So should we take it to mean that the House will be filing the impeachment complaint once the time is up?
Yes. We are for accountability, so we will not let go. We have to make an erring official, the second highest official of the land, to be accountable for her malfeasances. Importante po yan. Otherwise, this will set a very bad precedent for accountability. Na imamaneuver mo lang, mamaniobrahin mo lang, i-delay mo lang, magsasawa ang tao, magsasawa yung prosecution, lusot ka na. Eh, hindi ho yun yung intensyon ng saligang batas eh. Hindi ho yun yung, it doesn't serve the purpose of accountability.
So attorney,
pero considering
that means...
na
So,
You have the same senator sitting there, and yun na nga, ulitin ko yung sinasabi nila, political move lang naman daw yan to eliminate the vice president as a presidential contender. Anong tingin nyo ng chances I mean, that's a 1994 vote, no? Dagdag na natin si Senator Lacson kung sakasakala, 1905. Mukhang hindi, mukhang medyo mahina pa rin kung sakasakala yung suporta sa Senado for conviction, ha? Siguro
Yes.
itutuloy nila yung trial, pero I think most of them have already made up their minds about this issue.
What is important is, even if we're facing such a difficult
Uphill battle.
situation, an uphill battle, ang importante ho, mailabas yung ebidensya eh. Because up to now, wala pa hong lumalabas na ebidensya. Wala pang paliwanag ang Vice President. So, kahit na kami, even if we refile, and like you said, 19 votes is very difficult to surmount. The important thing is, we lay out the evidence. Malabas po natin ang ebidensya. Ngayon, if they will still vote to acquit, lalo nilang binaon ng sarili nila.
Sorry, let me just ask a follow-up to that. So you confirmed that the House will be refiling in February, and I guess the prosecution panel is preparing for that already. Yung ebidensya, sir, you seem very confident that the evidence is strong.
The evidence is compelling, if I might stress. It is compelling. But there's another issue that we have to deal with. Because in the Supreme Court decision, sinabi ho
Tatanong ko sana yan.
ng ponensya that the impeachable offenses can only pertain to actions that she committed while Vice President. Hindi raw pwedeng isali yung previous
Yung
actions.
DepEd.
Correct. Hindi ho, kasama ho yung DepEd, pwede yan. Pero ang ine-exclude po nung desisyon, yung mga actions niya when she was Vice President, when she was Mayor of Davao. Why are these relevant? This pertains to fitness in office. Fitness in office or character of the impeached officer doesn't happen overnight. It builds up. It shows a pattern. It shows a tendency. Why did I raise this? Diyan ho relevant yung 2 billion na deposit joint account ng ex-President Duterte and ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Nagsimula ito when she was Vice Mayor pa lang. We're talking of 2 billion pesos of transactions that went through that joint bank account. Importante rin ito because nung mayor siya, she continued the extrajudicial killings in Davao. So what I'm saying is, ang character, ang fitness is not established overnight lang. It takes years to show the pattern of fitness and how it culminated in her current actions as Vice President. So yun ho, isa pang problema. And we also took that up in our motion for reconsideration. Yung exclusion of previous actions when she was not yet Vice President nor Secretary of the Department of Education.
And
Yun attorney, yung problema dito sa desisyon ng Supreme Court. Ang kanilang paliwanag sa kanilang press release ay hindi nila ina-acquit ang Vice President. Ang basihan lang daw nila ay procedures. Procedural yung kanilang nire-raise. Pero pag binasa mo yung 97 pages na desisyon, parang hindi lang procedures yung kanilang nire-raise. Para rin nilang ina-acquit yung presidente dahil pumasok sila dun sa mga binabanggit nyo na substantial issues. Kaya parang may contradiction dun sa ponensya na pinagbatayan ng dismissal.
You know, like ang glaring example niyan, yung binanggit ko yung past actions hindi pwedeng gamitin as impeachable offenses. Tama ka, Mr. Llamas, na they touched on the substance of the articles of impeachment, not just procedure. And impeachment should be based on, tingnan nyo dapat yung ebidensya, hindi yung procedure. Kasi ang importante yung katotohanan It's the hunger for truth. Yun ang pinaka-importante. And this should not change the right of the people for access to the truth.
Does the House already have, you said the evidence was compelling, attorney, so do I take it to mean that the House also has evidence regarding this 2 billion peso joint account, tsaka yung evidence that the mayor, when she was mayor, that she continued the EJ case?
Yes, ma'am. We would not have, the articles of impeachment would not have been endorsed to the Senate had there not been solid evidence, compelling evidence to support and to prove each and every article.
Paano nakuha, sir,
Attorney.
yung account information? Did you go through AMLA? AMLAC pala, sorry.
I will not delve into the details po.
Okay.
Para may konti naman tayong suspense.
I don't like
And
suspense.
yan yung binabanggit ni dati former Senator Trillanes.
Trillanes.
But
Yes.
anyway, yung part nung Supreme Court decision, attorney, about the complaint that is deemed initiated, may nakikita ba kayong problema doon kung sakasakaling balak nyong mag-file ng panibago, mag-refile? Kasi baka maunahan kayo, di ba? Medyo na yung deemed initiated na yan in description. Are you seeing that problem? Kasi baka merong mag-endorse doon sa House,
Well, that's one of the scenarios that's possible. Kasi ang nangyari, under the decision of the Supreme Court, ang sinasabi nila, it is not the substance, it's the first to file. No matter
Yes.
how whimsical the first
Oo nga
first complaint filed, no matter how whimsical, no matter how capricious, no matter how weak, as
Yes.
long as it will stall, it will trigger the initiation.
The 1
of-
year.
It kills everything. So that's a situation that we are prepared for. We're preparing for, rather.
So alas 12 ng gabi, 12:01 ng February 6.
Magka-camp out na ho doon.
Grabe.
Yun ang malinong desisyon Dahil
Baka maunahan
yan ang malinong ng desisyon na tinake up namin sa MR na hindi ito priority in filing The
Yan na.
House, hindi ho ba? The House has the discretion to file as many impeachment complaints
Yes.
and refer it to the Committee on Justice if filed under the first mode. Okay, if filed under the first mode. Anyway, the Committee on Justice will conduct hearings and then they will make a report. And
Yes.
they will submit this to plenary. Yun ho yung pagbobotohan. Okay? Ang naging malaking problema ngayon, even if you file through the second
Kahit alin lang.
mode na shortcut. Sinabi ng Konstitusyon, shortcut ito. You get 1/3. Yan na yung articles. Diretso na sa Senado. Ngayon ho, under the present guidelines na sinabi sa desisyon, any future complaint that you will file on February 6, 2026 should strictly adhere to these guidelines.
Yeah.
So, mas mahirap ngayon mag-initiate ng impeachment under the second mode na dapat straightforward. Kasi ho, yung sa first mode, ang magdi-deliberate lang doon sa committee level. Ito ho,
Yes.
ang magdi-deliberate yung plenaryo. And then plus the 7 requisites na binigay nila na ang hirap po i-comply. Imagine, second mode na, may plenary deliberation pa, and then bibigyan mo na ng kopya ang lahat ng mga congressman, bibigyan mo ng kopya ang impeached official, you conduct a hearing, and she should be present. She must
Kayo
be
na nga
present.
nag-trial,
Yeah, the trial is not in the,
Kayo na yung
in the
nag-trial.
House. It's in the Senate.
Well,
Attorney, kahit nabanggit nyo na napakahirap ng susunod na impeachment, kahit nabanggit ni Ami na napakahirap magkaroon ng impeachment court with the present composition ng Senado, it will be uphill. Ako, Attorney, naniniwala pa rin that there's such a thing as karma.
Yes.
No? Dahil, halimbawa, sa Congress, magkakaroon ka ng hearing uli sa Quadcom. Doon maraming lumabas ng mga ebidensya last year. Ikalawa, magkakaroon ka ng bagong ombudsman na yung previous one ay pinoprotektahan yung salin ng mga makapangyarihang mga tao. Malamang itong susunod na ombudsman ay hindi na
Ilalabas
ganoon
na niya.
ka-protective dun sa mga taong nasa kapangyarihan. At using the SALN as an excuse, pwede niyang pabuksan yung bank account ng Vice
Correct.
President. No?
Yes.
Pwede niyang within his mandate para gawin yon. At ikatlo, yung mga taong katulad ni Reg at saka ni Ami ay pwedeng dumulog sa isang higher court, the Court of Public Opinion.
Yes.
Kasama ng mga
Higher court ba yun?
mamamayan, higher court yun.
Natawa ko.
Without any prejudice dun sa pwedeng i-file ng Kongreso next year, ay pwedeng yung mga mamamayan ay pumunta sa kalsada at magkaroon ng sarili nilang People's Impeachment, People's
Yes.
Tribunal. Na itong lalabas na ebidensya ng Quadcom, lalabas na ebidensya sa ICC, lalabas na ebidensya sa Ombudsman, ay pwedeng doon nila ilatag sa mga mamamayan. No? Mas
Yeah.
political ang layunin nun. Kaya
Yes.
going into 2028, pwedeng yung iba dito makarma.
Well,
Tama ho. Kasi ito kahit na mahirap, kung hindi ito marerebisa ng Supreme Court, kahit na mahirap, tutuhugin pa rin namin to. We cannot give up on accountability. Dahil ang buong bayan ho ang maghihirap dito eh. Yung mga anak natin, yung mga apo natin, wala sila ngayon sa kanilang, wala silang paninindigan ngayon. Simply because wala pa sila or nandito man sila, they're too young. Ngayon, tayo po ang sisingilin yan eh. Later on, if we did not pursue this, if we did not enforce this, kailangan panagutin. Ang nagnakaw, panagutin. Yun ang mahalaga. Kaya kahit na ho mahirap, kung hindi irerebisa ng Supreme Court, tutuloy pa rin namin. Ilalaban pa rin namin.
sir, I want to come back to the rules and procedures. And can I have you comment on the conduct of now Senator Rodante Marcoleta? Because during the debate, the Senate debate, his whole argument was premised on the fact, according to him, that the House did not follow its own rules. And this is significant because, of course, he just came from the lower house. So meron siyang inside track on how these things should be conducted. So, for instance, he said na December 2, 9, 14, and February 5, yung first three impeachment complaints hindi inaksyonan, and then therefore it was archived altogether. That was deemed initiated because it was not referred to the Justice Committee. He also said the proceedings should have been considered terminated at the end of the 19th Congress. And then he also questioned bakit hindi daw inilagay sa order of business in the lower house. What was going through your mind when you were watching that? May mga, shouldn't he be right because he just, like I said, just came from the lower house?
He's misguided, he's misinformed, and I hate to say it, pinipilit niya yung mali. Kung nabasa ho niya yung articles of impeachment, kung nabasa niya yung reply namin, kung nabasa niya yung motion for reconsideration namin, kung chinek niya yung sarili nilang record, yung journal ng Congress, mali ng hundon, mali lahat ng sinabi niya.
Lahat, sir.
Lahat. Lahat ho mali.
Based
Factual basis, wala siyang factual basis sa mga sinabi niya at hindi ho ayon sa batas yung mga sinabi niya.
But he participated in the plenary, no? Sa
Ano po?
House.
I'm sorry?
During the impeachment, yung nag-deliberation sa plenary.
Okay.
Kasama po siya ron, hindi ba?
Well, dapat, nandun ho siya. Dapat nandun siya. Ngayon, kung nandun siya, dapat naintindihan niya. Nung sinabi, hindi pinagbotohan, hindi dumaan sa plenary, ibig sabihin, either wala siya doon, or hindi niya inintindi, or he refused to understand. Yun lang ho ang nakikita ko doon eh. Then, ang isa pa ho dyan, hindi niya naunawaan yung saligang batas at yung kanilang sariling impeachment rules. Pero most importantly, yung factual basis niya mali eh. It is not in conformity with the records of the House. Mali po.
Actually, attorney, during the Senate voting noong August 6, ay may 3 non-lawyers ang na-lecturean siya tungkol dun mismo sa rules ng Senate.
August 8
Yes.
yung voting.
August 6.
August 6 nag-caucus. August 8 yung voting.
And then August 6
Ay,
na
August
voting.
6.
Yung voting.
August 6 ba?
August 6 voting.
Okay
Ano, naalala
ako'y
ko dahil yun
na-confuse.
yung bombing ng Nagasaki eh.
Ah,
Atomic
that's
bomb.
right. Oo nga pala, sorry.
Well, sabi sa kanya ni Ping Lacson, parang hilaw yung pag-unawa ni Senator Marcoleta mismo sa rules ng Senate. Ganon
Yes,
din
yes.
si Senator Ping and Senator Soto at saka si Senator Hontiveros. All of these three are non-lawyers, ha? Pero
Yes.
nauunawaan nila yung rules ng Senado. Nauunawaan nila yung Article 11 ng ating konstitusyon, no?
Correct.
Medyo mas madaldal nga si Senator Marcoleta as you experience naman sa House, no? Pero hindi naman to paramihan ng daldal eh. Parang storycon lang yan eh.
Maliho yung kanya. Yung factual-
understandable
yung factual
naman at
premises
least
niya
yung
mali.
ano.
I'm sorry.
Hindi, kung sa Senate, understandable kasi bago siya ron. Pero importante kung yung sa House, if he misread your rules, ayun, medyo significant siya, ano?
Yes. Kasi
Matagal na siya dyan.
kung miyembro siya ng Kamara, dapat nalaman niya kung ano yung actual na nangyari. Like yung hindi ni-refer yung tatlo na article na complaints sa Committee on Justice. Ang importante ang tinitigyan niya na timeline, yung 10 session day rule referral.
Yes.
Inclusion rather in the order of business. Kasi it doesn't go directly to the Committee on Justice. It goes first to plenary, including it in the order of business within the 10 session day period. Pasok ko yan doon, pati yung ika-4. So there was no violation of the 10 session day rule. Nung binasa doon sa agenda, unang tinukoy yung tatlong complaint, no? Na final ng akbayan, ng makabayan at ng civil society, ng clergy. And then sinabi yung ika-4. Ngayon, yung ika-4, meron ng 1/3, more than 1/3. So yun na, ayon sa Constitution, ang articles of impeachment, and this should now be transmitted to the Senate for trial, forthwith. So there was no longer any need for the 3 prior complaints to be referred to the Committee on Justice because superseded by the 4th na articles of impeachment na. And then, inapprovo ng plenaryo yon, yung motion ni Congressman Dalipe na i-transmit to the Senate yung articles, yung fourth impeachment complaint. And then they had a recess. Pagka-recess, nagbotohan muna pala, bago mag-recess, nagbotohan, they elected the public prosecutors. Then, session was suspended. Shortly thereafter, nung mag-resume yung session, nagkaroon uli ng motion si Congressman Dalipe. Sinabi na, in as much as the fourth impeachment complaint had already been acted by plenary and had been ordered to be transmitted to the Senate, ano pang gagawin mo sa tatlo? Nag-trigger na yung 1-year bar rule eh. With the transmittal, with the approval by plenary of the fourth impeachment complaint and transmittal to the Senate, ang fourth impeachment complaint ang nag-trigger ng 1-year bar rule, not the 3. Not the 3. So, hindi na kailangang i-refer to sa Committee on Justice. Kaya, in-archive na.
Oo.
In-archive na.
So, sir, are you saying, for that matter, are you outright also saying that mali yung basis ng Supreme Court? Because these are the very same facts that they based the judgment on. And a lot of people point to the fact that the ponente here was Associate Justice Marvic Leonen. And
Yes.
I just learned over the weekend from a UP law friend na usually yung ponente was the one who writes it and then all the other justices base it on that ponente.
Yeah.
Ponensya pala,
Ipapasa ho yan.
ponensya.
Ipapasa yan. I-assign sa isang ponente yan, susulatin niya, ipapasa yan sa mga justices, babasahin nila, they can either affirm it, they can vote in its favor, or they can write their separate opinion, or they can dissent. Okay? So, yun nung sinabi lahat ni Senator Marcoleta, yan din yung sinabi sa desisyon na pinupunan namin eh. Yan yung sinabi na sinagot nga namin sa MR yan eh. So, inulit lang niya. Now, sinabi namin sa Supreme Court na maliho yung inyong factual premises. Inulit pa uli ni Senator Marcoleta. So, it's either, again, hindi niya nabasa yung motion for reconsideration o hindi niya naunawaan or ayaw niyang unawain.
Mahirap yun.
Kasalanan
One-
daw ng media.
One of the three. But we will...
Kasalanan ng media.
Kasalanan ng ni Ami.
Yung footnote ng ponente, ano yun eh. Di ba?
Oh, yeah, yung
The other network
Yung
na
Another story
nag-clarify
yan.
na.
That's another story altogether.
Buti na lang di si Ami yung
Kayo
na-implicate.
kasi mga media, ayaw niyong unawain eh.
Okay, but we have run out of time today. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we hope to have you back, Attorney Antonio
Yeah.
Odi Bukoy, spokesperson for House Prosecutors. Salamat, sir.
Salamat, attorney.
Salamat din ho sa
Thank
inyo
you,
lahat.
attorney.
Thank you.